This is the mic, right? I am testing the mic. And that's the camera. Eye contact is very important. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Is that better? Oh my god, these wires are so... Oh yeah, I should probably check the mic quality in case like it's too loud for you guys or it's like rubbing against my hijab or something. 1 second. Okay, so I checked. The mic rubs against my hijab. I don't like that. It kind of bothers me. So I'm just gonna hold the mic like this. I don't even know how to like make an intro for this. POV, we're having a slumber party. Not really. It's 5:56 a.m. and I haven't slept since 12 p.m. yesterday. I woke up late yesterday. The camera's here. I keep looking. Anyways. Okay, so this tweet, I'm gonna make this tweet a reality. Nobody asked. Nobody requested it. Nobody's gonna watch this video anyway, so I might as well do whatever the fuck I want. Yep. Monday, 23rd of December, 1991. So this is during their first year, I think. Draco went back home to celebrate Christmas with his family. Oh my god, I have to speak in British. Oh god. And they just let him on the team. I slapped my hands down on the table. The Hogwarts guidelines say that first years aren't even allowed brooms, but McGonagall just hands him one, clearly playing favourites, Father. Yes, Draco, you told me in your letters. He sips his morning tea. And isn't it strictly against the rules for a first year to be on the team, I say. I'm into it in the library, but I haven't seen it referenced. I believe, Mother says, that first years may try out, but that they may only use school brooms to do so. She pats the corner of her mouth with her napkin. I choked on my own saliva. How is that fair, Father? There must be something you can do about this, truly. Don't worry, Draco. You'll be on the team next year, and you'll be able to best Potter without resorting to rule breaking. He flips the profit pages. How are your classes? Do you expect good marks? Yes, Father. I pick at my toast. I'm top in potions, and very highly ranked in all other classes. How highly? His eyes are now off the paper, looking at me with interest for the first time. Second, I believe, I say, lifting a haughty brow like you taught me. Excellent, Draco, Mother says. And who is in first? He asks, his mouth twisting. I narrow my eyes at the table, tugging at the napkin in my lap. I growl. Granger. Granger, Mother says, looking at Father with squinted eyes. I don't know the Grangers. Do you? Is she related to the Hector Dagworth Granger, the potioneer? Father asks. I scoff and say, Mother, no, she's a mudblood. Draco, Mother coos. You can't use that word at school. Well, I'm not at school, am I? I glare at her. Watch your tone, Father says. I pout and stab at the remains of my breakfast. A muggle-born girl at the top of her class. Is she a Ravenclaw? Gryffindor, I sneer. Best friends with Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Father shakes his head. That explains it. Everyone at the bloody school has gone soft for Potter and Dumbledore. I'm sure she's not actually receiving better marks than you, Draco. They're boosting her scores. I look to my mother, and she raises her brow at Father before sipping from her teacup. Do you really think so? I ask, greedy. That's unfair. She's so irritating. She jumps up and down like she has to use the loo every time a professor asks a question. She's constantly scribbling notes, and her handwriting is just awful, and she tosses completely useless information out at all times, even though you didn't ask for it. I pick up my juice glass, but have another thought before I can sip. And she spends all her time in the library at my favourite table. Every time I go in there, she's sitting there reading Hogwarts history or some other mundane book, and I'm just so sick of her. I cross my arms and frown at my plate. Father turns a page in the newspaper, but Mother is watching me. What does Miss Granger look like? Is she of a pretty sort? She says, bringing the teacup to her lips. I scowl at her, and I see father turn out the pages of his newspaper to eye her. No, she's hideous. She's got this great mane of ugly brown hair. I'm surprised you can even see half the time, and she's never dressed appropriately. And don't even get me started on her teeth. Oh, what a shame for her, mother says, straightening the tablecloth. So she has no redeeming qualities at all, then? She lifts her eyes to me, and I feel my father shift next to me. Not one, I scoff. Narcissa, father says, and it sounds like a warning, but I didn't hear the chorus. He's 11. And, she says, I was 11 the first time someone called me a hideous excuse for a black in the Great Hall. Yes, but I was 13, father says, frowning. You scoundrel, mother winks at him. What are you talking about? I look between them both. Mother, you're prettier than both your sisters combined. Yes, your father knows it now, and he knew it then too. Mother flips her hair over her shoulder, smiling at her husband. I'm about to heave in disgust when father speaks. Draco, have you got to know Miss Parkinson? Or the green grass girl? I shrug, picking up my fork again. Yeah, they're okay. They're bloody stupid. What a pity old girls can't be as bright as Hermione Granger, mother says. She sips from her teacup and watches me. Yeah, I guess. I trail off and frown at my eggs. Recap. I'm skipping a few chapters just because, like, they're not that juicy. But basically, Hermione asked Harry to help her with the appeal to free Draco Malfoy from, like, I think, life imprisonment in Azkaban. Saying like, oh, he grew up in a pure-blooded family surrounded by Voldemort supporters. He was a teenager. He didn't kill anyone. Albus Dumbledore was killed by Severus Snape. He deserves a chance, you know. Yada ha. He's free now. I'll leave the links to the fanfic down below so you guys can read it because it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. The world building, bro. It's so good. Off the pacing, of course, it's a slow burn. It's just so good. Oh my god, my favorite parts are Draco Luna interactions. So cute. Okay, anyways, enough fangirling. My eyes, oh my gosh. Okay, so Hermione works at the Ministry of Magic. Draco has also been, like, assigned to work there for a period of time, but Hermione works at a bookstore. Not the one in Diagon Alley. What's it called? The one where they get their, like, textbooks, but a different one kind of towards the Nocturne Alley, the kind of shady area in the Wizarding Street thingy-bitty. Anyways, so this is from her point of view. I want to see Draco's point of view of this. This is... oh! Okay, so this is his point of view. She emerges from the stacks to the right. I stop, standing on one foot as the other is mid-step. She flutters to the counter, and my eyes widen when she steps behind it, suddenly pulling receipts from a drawer like she works here, like she belongs. I thought you worked for the ministry, a voice drawled from the counter. Hermione whipped around, and her eyes popped out of her skull when she saw Draco Malfoy standing at the register. She spins, her eyes grow wide at the sight of me, and I see her breath catch in her throat, terrified of me. I frown. Her eyes wander over me, and I feel warm as she examines me. He raised a brow at her, and she found her voice. No, I mean, yes, I do, but not on the weekends. On the weekends I work here. Her voice is tight, startled, and cautious. I mean, bro, you watched as she got tortured in your living room. Obviously from her point of view, she's just nervous. But you have every right to think she's scared. Your aunt was a monster, and you just stood and watched. Understandable. She might have killed you there and then, Bellatrix, but whatever. Her breathing shallows. I look away before I concentrate on the rise and fall of her chest any longer. Draco stared at her, then looked around the store. Obviously, he said. Hermione's neck grew hot. But why? She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. She'd been asked that question multiple times by her friends, by admirers who stumbled upon Cornerstone Books. That's the bookstore in Nocturne Alley. Flourish and Blots. I think that's the one in Diagon Alley. She'd always been able to answer with little anecdotes like, to keep busy, or I missed the Hogwarts library, or I get a discount. But all of these sounded foolish when talking to Draco Malfoy. She opens her mouth to answer, no sound comes out, her tongue is pink. Why? Okay. Her eyes dance over my face and I want her to scowl at me. I want her to call me a Death Eater and tell me to get out. I want her to be familiar. Then suddenly, it's a bookstore. I like books. Hermione could have jumped in front of the night bus right then and there. The blush spread up her jaw and she felt a bead of sweat rolling down her back. He puffed a tiny laugh that didn't reach his eyes. I remember. He'd perfected condescension over the years, or else Hermione wouldn't know how to spot it. I took my eyes away from her, trying to dismiss her. I'm picking up a book. Hermione was abruptly reminded that she worked in a bookstore. A silly thing to forget, as it just so happened to be the silliest thing she had ever explained. She jumps, like she's been shocked. Yes, of course. That was too chipper. It sounds abrupt, and it shakes me from whatever trance she has me under. It's my mother's order. Curious. Do you have it reserved? I see her move immediately to the Miss, and I say it's under black. She looks at me quickly, and the feeling of shame washes over me, the feeling I associate with Malfoy. Narcissa, black. She's trying to play Cupid and get Hermione and Draco together sooner. Very funny. I watch her calculate that information. She pulls the book and smiles. She began speaking something about goblins, but I watch her teeth and her lips and the light in her eyes, and I find myself jealous of the book in her hands. The book she smiles at. I feel dizzy, and just before she looks up at me, the ghost of her smile on her cheeks, I remember what I'm missing. A barricade. I throw up a wall, hasty grey stones. In his mind. Legilimens? Occlumency. Something I should have had in place from the moment she popped out of the stacks, but she surprised me. Her eyes land on me and I'm hidden behind the stones. Your mother has excellent taste in books. I'll be sure to let her know. I feel my face relaxing. She's handing me the bag and we're done. The business has concluded, but I want to stay. I hope I'm not breathing into the mic. Why Cornerstone? Why? How do I sound British? How do I speak British? I'm pretty sure I sound very much American. I'm trying, but I'm not gonna exaggerate it. And I'm not mad at whoever's watching. I'm like, why can't I hit the accent just right? But anyways, why Cornerstone? I take the bag from her. She opens her mouth again, and no sound comes out, and I revel in making her speechless for the second time today. The question stopped her. She opened her mouth, then closed it, then said, I believe it's because it's located at the corner of Diagonally, and I know why it's named Cornerstone. He rolled his eyes, and Hermione's cheeks warmed. Has she hit her head? Why are you working here and not Flourish and Blotts? Flourish and Blotts. The idea that he'd spent any time in his entire life thinking about what she would prefer to do after Hogwarts, without laughing endlessly at her, of course, had her pulse racing. Girl. Anyway, Alhamdulillah. I suppose I like Cornerstone because it's more out of the way, less likely to be recognized here. She looks away, blushing, and I can't even comprehend what it must be like for her now that the war is over and she is a household name. Wow, Hermione Granger, the brightest witch of her age. She knows now what it was like for me. What it was like for you. When were you famous? Huh? I used to come here during the summers for the same reason. My eyes wander to the perch Morty would let me sit at, where I could watch her. Sus. I never saw you here. I look back at her and it almost looks like she would have wanted to. That's sort of the point, wasn't it? She nods at me, and I guess that's goodbye. I take in her face one last time in case I don't get another chance and tilt my head at her. How idiotic. I should have said goodbye or waved. I shake my head and sigh as I exit, wondering if she's already disappeared behind the stacks. There is a chapter. Kinda spicy. Don't remember which chapter that is though. Yum, 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 yum. Let me try and find that chapter just because it's spicy. It's not too spicy. It's not like so I don't feel that bad. It's like very teasing. So it's like, oh yeah, spicy. Oh my gosh, I haven't eaten samyang that much. It's good. It's nice. I'm just really wrapped up in the fanfic. Huh. Hmm. 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 Mm. I found it. Very scandalous, very naughty, very bad Marcus Flint. Thursday, 18th of November, 1999. So they're all 19. Oh, the spice is getting caught in my throat. I don't think I like American accents. Maybe it's more specific than that. I don't like the letter R. But the car was parked like across the street, so we like carried our dresses all the way there. I wonder if my eye is twitching. Like my brain is. The spice. It's not spicy, but it's like lodged in my throat, in my airway. Okay. So Draco went out on a date with an American woman named Noelle, mainly for connection, for like networking. He wants to recruit her dad, who's like a really a man of status in the wizarding world. It's time for Noelle to go home and stop talking. It was so funny. It was so funny. Like, he fell over, like, in the street. I wonder what quiet sounds like. It's been so long since I've, like, heard it. Do you want another drink? I say, oh wait, you said you needed to be up early tomorrow to see your grandfather? Yes? He's an early riser, so I basically, that's too bad. I'll get your coat. I guide us towards the door, stopping to help her slip on her coat, and just before her arm can slide in, a buffoon bumps her. I really don't have the energy to defend Noel Orchin's honor tonight, so I'm hoping it's a pure accident. Sorry, love. Eden O'Connor. And Granger stands next to him. When did she appear? He's talking about some retirement party when I finally realize that his arm disappears behind her back, holding her close to him. She's blushing, and Draco's jealous. I look away from her. O'Connor, Granger, this is Noelle. Noelle shakes O'Connor's hand and starts dancing in place when Granger introduces herself. Another member of Granger's fan club. My head hurts. Draco, we have to stay. Draco, we have to stay now. No, how do I do a casual American accent? Draco, we have to stay now. Noelle grabs me and I almost shake her off. The girls and some friends of O'Connor's head towards a long open table. O'Connor follows me to the bar to grab a round of drinks for all his friends, and as he mumbles out loud that he should have asked Granger what she wanted, I turn to the bartender and order her a butterbeer. Oh, I'm speaking American accent. Granger and Noelle are chatting, which is not my favorite side in the world. Noelle asks them questions. Noelle giggles. Noelle sounds like an idiot, and Granger looks over to me like I've gone soft in the head. I look away from her. Someone touches my shoulder. And before I can turn and hex them, I hear a familiar voice. I'd recognize the back of your head anywhere, mate. Marcus. I laugh. What are you doing here, you bastard? I jump up and his arms are around me, clapping me on the back and laughing in my ear. I haven't seen him in maybe 3 years before he went off on his potions apprenticeship. He finally got his teeth done right. Looking for a good time, he chuckles. Not that you know where to find one of those. I shove at his shoulder, feeling 13 again. How long are you in town for? Another week, then back to Brazil. I've been made potions master, he beams, his cocky smirk so familiar. It's possible I see it in the mirror every morning. Potions master. Potions master. Marcus, you remember Noel Orchin? Noelle jumps up and hugs him. Over her shoulder, he lifts a brow at me in approval of sorts, like I've snagged the prettiest witch at the ball. I don't correct him. But then Marcus' eyes slide over to Granger, and in a moment the phrase prettiest witch at the ball twists around my ribs. Hermione Granger, he uses, and I see a blue dress spinning high around her calves, showing her legs. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Hello, Flint. She stares at him carefully. They exchange pleasantries. Noah sips her drink until it's ice. Marcus asked me about Greg Goyle, and I confessed I haven't seen him. Greg Goyle, a crab? Who died in the fire? Crab? I forgot already. In the Fiend fire, when they were trying to get the Ravenclaw diadem? Diadem? The crown? Someone died. I forgot who. I watch Granger out of the corner of my eye and I see her turn to O'Connor. He says something that makes her laugh. She almost spits out her drink. She turns to look back at Marcus and me, and I look away, back to Noelle as she continues whatever story she's blubbering. I smirk at Marcus, but he's already watching me, eyes flickering over to Granger back. I look up at him, and he's looking over my shoulder again. The ice in Noelle's drink rattles. Let's get another round, yeah? Marcus sets his empty glass down and nods towards me. I'm only halfway finished with my fried whiskey, so I down the rest and follow him. I see Noelle turn towards Granger as we leave. So what in Merlin's name are you doing here with Granger? Marcus smiles. I'm not with her. I shove my hair away from my face, the fried whiskey burning my throat still. Noelle and I run to them. We all work together at the ministry, and it turns out Noelle is a bit of a Granger fan. I know back at our table, where Noelle is laughing and talking while Granger listens. I think I'm a bit of a fan too. Marcus hums. My eyes snap back to him. I recognize the look in his eyes, gliding over her face and dripping down lower. I saw it on him 5 years ago as he chatted with a few Bulgarians about Granger putting out for Crumb. She just turned 15. I realized Marcus was the same age I am now. Ew, so 19 years old Marcus? Wait, why? 19 still at Hogwarts? Oh, okay. Yeah, the years. Yeah, okay, never mind. 19? And he was like realizing Hermione Granger when she was dancing at the Yule Ball? I feel like there are razor blades in my throat as I swallow, and I look back to Noelle, silly smile on her face. Maybe Marcus, Noelle, and I can move to a different table. He laughs. Excellent, then we can get you late tonight. Marcus ruffles my hair, fingers rougher than they need to be. He laughs and slaps me on the back. After the bartender brings our drinks over, Marcus insists on paying. We levitate all the drinks over. Marcus sits across from Granger, and I watch her eyes take in the butterbeer sliding into her hands. Never, never, never accept a drink from a dude. I don't care if you think he's good or not. You never know what's going on. Do you not drink, Granger? Marcus teases. I look to her as she decides what to do with him. No, I do. Just slowly. She takes the glass and lifts her brow at him. Granger? He turns to her stool and pouts when it's empty. He faces me again. Oh, there she is. My eyes scan the room, just catching curls as they exit the side door. Curious. Hermione used that exact same word. O'Connor's laughing at the bar. Did she ditch him? Her bag is gone as well. She wasn't looking too well a second ago, Max says. And I hear his voice over my shoulder. Hope she's not trying to operate. I'm sure she's not. I can't take my eyes off the door she slipped through. Excuse me, I'm going to run to the loo. Marcus says nothing as I move through the crowd away from him. She only had 2 butterbeers, unless she'd been drinking at the party beforehand. Why would she slip out? I press open the door, breeze hitting my neck and sound pouring loud into the alley. She's to the left, practically in trash. Oh yeah, boxes and crates around her, barely standing, holding onto the wall for support. Granger, her head swivels to me. Malfoy, her tongue is thick. I see the wand in her hand, and I let the door close behind me, moving to her. What are you doing out here? She says, words sloshing. I'm about to ask you the same question. I hope you're not trying to operate, Granger. You don't look like you're in any state. A breeze in the alley brings the scent of her towards me. Why are you out here? She blinks with heavy lids. Her pupils are unfocused. She's completely hammered. Just how many did you have at the retirement party? I can help the scorn in my voice, wondering where O'Connor is, wanting to smack him for letting her get to this state. It wasn't O'Connor, bro. It was Marcus. She takes large gulps of air. What do you want from me? Her voice echoes around the stone walls, bouncing around the crates. Her face is tight, almost afraid. I wonder for a moment if she's even talking to me, if she can hear me. Maybe this is an herb. What's wrong with you? I ask. She mumbles something and holds up her hand before I can move closer to her. Her palm is cut, a thick bead of red slithering down her wrist. You're bleeding. I grab her wrist, pulling it to me. I'll have to heal it. Maybe Turgio, and then I can wrap my handkerchief. A gasp. Her hand drops her wand and grabs for my throat. Oh. She rips her wrist from my grasp and pulls at my collar. She'll choke me. I step back, ready for an attack, ready for an assault. Her body flies into me, pressing against me and dragging a hand through my hair, and I stumble further, righting us and preparing to shove her back if she squeezes my throat. She's gonna kill me. I suck in air, feeling my heart pounding. My hands steady her hips, muscles ready to fight, and she brings her face to my neck, standing on her toes. Draco. A whisper against my skin. She's on the first name basis. She's out cold. A whisper against my skin, her fingers curling my hair. I'm taut, I'm still, waiting for the joke. Waiting for the attack. A soft touch on my neck. Censored. Censored. And okay, so basically she's sucking on his neck. Okay, that's happening. My lungs won't operate. My hands are frozen, gripping her hips. I need to scan this, see where I can read and where I can't read. She gasps against my neck and kisses my jaw, her tongue pressing against me. Oh my god. It's okay, not yet. It's not that bad. I shiver from my stomach outwards, and the current runs to the tips of my fingers. I squeeze. She makes an aroused sound. She censors, her chest pressed against me, gasping for air, pushing her censored into me. My hand slides around to pull her hips. Censored to me, and my other whispers up her spine. I can't do this. I don't know why I thought I'd be able to do this. I don't know. Oh gosh. Yeah, now if you want to read the juicy parts, you read it yourself. I'm not doing this. Basically, she's grinding against him. She's Granger, what are you doing? My arms are shaking, trying to keep her from pushing, from moving too fast for her. I feel her lips skim my jaw, and I wonder how close she'll get. I turn towards her, impatient. She shoves me, pushing me off balance, and we both stumble. She hits her head against the bricks. What did you do to me? She demands. Quite the opposite, Granger. I refocus on her question. I feel my arousal fade. Granger? She's scared. I'm looking for clues. Her skin is red and overheated, her mouth is open and panting. She still looks like she wants me, and I feel acid in my throat, and she's terrified of it. She starts to fall over. I jump to catch her, both hands on her waist. She gasps. From Hermione's point of view, every time Draco touched her, she would feel like heat, like aroused. So basically, there's a part where Marcus Flynn kind of like ruffles Draco's head. He took Draco's hair and he put the hair in this little magical his, and when Hermione is touched by Draco, she basically feels this need to be even more closer to him. She feels insanely more attracted to him because of the potion that Marcus slipped into her butterbeer. Hello, it is Pink Hoodie editing decay. It is Pink Hoodie editor D. Hi, I'm Hooditor. That sounds terrible, but the previous footage kind of cut off abruptly because I was recording on my phone and my phone ran out of storage. So hello, it is a year later. Just trying to kind of conclude the video nicely. Honestly, since I've had the footage for a year now and the raw footage was an hour long, I was kind of contemplating whether I was actually going to kind of compile the clips and make a proper video. Still pretty scuffed. I basically recorded the whole reading you to sleep video for my darling friend D, from one D to another D, because they have always wanted me to start posting on YouTube, oddly enough. So this is for you, my love, if you manage to not fall asleep, because last time I checked how much I've compiled, it was still, I try to keep the video like maybe maximum 10 minutes, but I just felt like there was no proper way to kind of end it, so I just kept adding clips, and now it's like maybe half an hour long. Oh gosh. But anyways, if you didn't fall asleep and you managed to reach the end of the video without skipping through, well, this is me telling you that I really hope we can meet each other soon. It's been 2 years, but this is my gift to you for now. Here's me trying to lull you to sleep. I don't know if I succeeded. Do let me know, and yeah. Oh wait, I feel like I shouldn't have left that scene at a cliffhanger. So long story short, Draco did not take advantage of Hermione. He went back home. He reversed the process of making the potion so he could identify what the ingredients of the potion the was, so he could make an antidote, and then he apparated to Hermione and Ginny's apartment to give Hermione the antidote. But Harry was there waiting for him. Love, because Harry was chef's kiss. He was still portrayed as like the civil, polite guy that he is, our lovely Harry Potter, but he was fuming because Draco, it appeared to him that Draco kind of messed with Hermione, and nobody messes with Harry's friend, so Harry beat Draco's ass. Honestly, you guys should read. I don't know if I chose like the proper chapters to kind of intrigue you guys. I don't think I chose, I don't think I did the fanfic justice, but as I was like skimming, because it's been a while since I've read it, as I was skimming through it, I kind of stumbled over like the intensely spicy scenes. I don't think you guys can handle it. I think you should check it out yourselves. I'll leave all the links in the description box, along with like maybe any additional opinions and thoughts. Oh wait, this is where, so I guess that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and comment down below what other videos you'd like to see. Also, don't forget to press the notification bell so you will never miss any and every future uploads. Oh my god, I did the YouTube thing. Jokes aside, you do whatever you want, but if you did last, if you're not my darling D, if you're someone who ended up clicking on this video and stayed this long, hello, comment down below Camembert, because I love Camembert. It would be very interesting to see how many people lasted till the end of the video. And I think that's all. Maybe I'll see you again soon. Who knows if I'll post anything more on the channel. Don't know. But yeah, stay safe, make sure you take care of yourself, and bye bye. Bye bye.
形噛みつぶしたって